Ideas that the Old Testament prophesies about the coming day of the Lord. And Peter says that those were confirmed by the transfiguration. Those were confirmed when I saw him for who he truly was in his glory. Which just helps us understand the Old Testament. Peter's saying the Old Testament prophets gave us this teaching about Christ. And what's interesting is there are people who would say, well, Jesus can't be the Messiah because Jesus was killed. And it's like, you didn't read the Old Testament, did you? Because the Old Testament prophecies predicted a Messiah that would suffer. But the Pharisees, the religious crowd of that day, and the Jews even today would say, well, no, the Messiah couldn't suffer. Even the apostles at first couldn't understand how it all fits together until Jesus rose from the dead. As a matter of fact, the story after the resurrection, you have the two disciples on the road to Emmaus, and they're walking and they're talking. And remember the story? Jesus comes in with them and starts talking to them. And he's like, hey, what's wrong? What's going on? Oh, we're sad. Why are you sad? Well, we thought the Messiah was here, but then he was killed, and he's buried him, and now we don't know. And then Jesus says this, and look, the prophets have spoken. Was it not necessary that the Christ should suffer these things and enter into his glory? Like, don't you know the prophets talked about the Messiah suffering? And then down in verse 44 and 45, same chapter, he says, these are my words that I spoke to you while I was still with you, that everything written about me in the law of Moses and the prophets and the Psalms must be fulfilled. Then he opened their minds to understand the scriptures. Listen, like Jesus comes along and says, listen, this is the truth. This is what is the truth of the matter, and that is the Messiah was talked about, but yet the Messiah was talked about in the sense of he would suffer. And Peter and James and John would recall their experience on the mount when they saw Jesus' glory, and they would see, hey, he's going to come back again. The transfiguration confirmed and clarified the truth that was there, but they didn't understand it until afterwards. So is it really a big deal that Jesus proved an Old Testament prophecy? I mean, is that really a big deal? Theologians have compiled the prophecies concerning Jesus, and they put them all together, and it's commonly accepted that there are over 300 prophecies dealing with the Messiah in the Old Testament. 300. Here's a few. I'm not going to list all 300. Oh, great. Isaiah 7. Therefore, the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, the virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. By the way, there's no one else that's ever fulfilled that one. A virgin having a child. Micah 5:2. But you, O Bethlehem Ephrathah, you who are too little to be among the clans of Judah, from you shall come forth for me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose coming forth is from old, from ancient of days. I love that because Bethlehem is where the Messiah is going.